What is up, my funky mushrooms? I'm your boy Brian, and today this is episode 2 of the Funky Mushroom Podcast. I'm joined here by Gerald, Colby, and Noah. Boyos, introduce yourselves real quick.
Howdy. Oh, God. All right.
Alright,
Gerald,
that clears
go.
introductions. You know how we are, unorganized and scattered. Alrighty then, start off today's
That's
topic.
true.
Started with the question. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Go.
Dear God.
Oh, I actually got a legit good one.
No.
Go and
Am
tell
I
us.
allowed to say it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you ever get sick of something you have to do, right? Like let's say ROTC, right?
Yeah.
Or something. Not that I would know or anything, but it kind of helps to
You
just
would.
walk away for a bit until you miss it, and then you can go back to it easily.
You know, I haven't heard that
didn't
one
understand
before.
what-
I mean, it's pretty good.
No, I've never heard that one.
Pretty good though, not
It's
gonna
good.
lie.
Some
I
good
think
advice.
it's dog shit. I got one. I got some.
Alright, Colby, what's the best
I got-
advice you've been told?
This was from it's D-Bab. Okay.
What?
Take a guess what that means. It's an acronym.
D
Guess
what?
what it means.
D what?
D-Bab. Bab.
D-Bab, as in Bravo, Alpha, Bravo.
Yeah.
Okay, D-Bab. Defense barbers are best.
Close enough.
Boom.
Kidding. No, it's not. That was dog shit.
Okay, you know what? I don't need your sass, but I'm just gonna let it slide anyways.
It's literally, it literally stands for "Don't be a bitch." So.
Oh my God!
You know what?
Colby.
That is definitely something to live by. I can agree with that.
Oh my God!
That's
Oh
a fair
my God!
That is the greatest advice I've ever been given.
Where did it come from? Where did this shit come from? Was it from one of your buddies down there in 29 Palms? Because if so, you need to not listen to those people.
Nope, it was not.
Was it from your brother or your dad?
It was
Look,
not.
wherever he got it from, right,
I want to know.
It's pretty good advice. It's pretty good advice, not gonna lie.
No,
I mean,
but it's good advice. But I feel like he could have heard so much better throughout his entire life that this figure must have been really important and significant to him for him to make that his most favorite advice. Literally, don't be a bitch. I mean,
Okay, if y'all want to hear some other shit, I got some other shit, but like, that's probably the best shit.
Kobe, who is this from? Please.
Don't worry about it, Chief, you gay faggot.
Kobe.
Look. He's saying don't worry about it. No, he's saying don't worry about it.
Which probably means
the best piece of advice I've ever received personally was from my parents, right? And that advice was the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. It has worked out for me so well in my life, like unbelievably well. Like I hear it all the time, but you genuinely. You not only enact it, like, you not only treat people nicely, but you also explain it to them. You open up their eyes, be like, hey, I'm treating you nice. Like, you got to teach them, too. Like, give them a learning experience. With advice, you not only want to use it for yourself, but you want to help use it with and for others as well. Kind of teach it to them. That's how you best use advice.
Yeah, no, that's worked out for me so many times. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be cool with you. And then, you make a good friend out of it. And then, it's a really good relationship here. It's like mutualism in science. You just benefit off of each other's bullshit. And it's amazing.
That's definitely the thing. No, what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
I guess the best I've ever heard would probably be. I'm gonna go with the "Life Ain't All Sunshine and Rainbows" speech from one of the Rocky movies, because it basically tells you, life is ass, and if you don't stick up to it, then
it's literally don't be a bitch. It's literally don't be a bitch again.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say "don't be a bitch" is my quote, Colby. I'm gonna be a little bit more thorough.
No. Well, life is not all sunshine and rainbows is actually not like being a bitch. I mean, the quote itself. The advice is just telling you to like kind of open up your eyes, see the world for what it is, kind of like observe the facts. Don't live in a fantasy. Pretty
Exactly.
much, don't
Be
get caught up in any
real.
dreams and that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Just be real. Be real. Look at the world for what it actually offers and not what you want it to.
Exactly. Like still have your dreams, but observe the world and just see how you can even achieve those dreams with the resources it gives you. Because, well, of course, nothing goes according to plan. Everything is just, I mean, just completely
Damn right.
random.
Oh,
That's pretty good advice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
no, it sucks.
No, it
Rufy,
doesn't.
you're just an awful human being. Okay.
You know what? And you know what? Whatever you say goes. I just can't fight with
Fun times.
So,
Very, very
how
fun
was
times.
everyone's day today?
it. You know
Hey,
what?
Joe, that's an awful question. No one
You know
gives a
what?
shit
I'm
about your day.
a little pissed because hockey went
You know
to
what? You know what?
shit.
You know what, Gerald? I'm frustrated. Okay, because I have some dumbass asking me stupid questions at fucking
Well,
1 o'clock at night.
no, no, no.
Colby, you are here willingly. I hope you know.
And it's not 1 o'clock for you either.
For me, but it makes sense for y'all because I don't think Gerald knows how to tell time.
Ah, Jesus.
Colby thinks so little of me. It's kind of
I
funny
think,
sometimes.
yeah, Gerald, is it funny?
Yeah.
Is it funny, Jared?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Ah, well, like that means I'm
Colby,
clearly
we all
not
know
doing
you
my
love Daryl
job.
deep down, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we don't. No, I don't.
Oh yes, you do. I can
I
tell,
really do
Colby.
think like he's just putting on a facade here, and then like really deep down, he's like, Gerald's one of the people I respect.
Are you fucking kidding me, Gerald? I get it. Okay, you don't have to spawn in giant fucking sharks. You fucking weird fucking bitch.
What?
Shit,
Wait,
here we go again.
Colby, we're gonna need you to slow down a little bit here. I'm gonna need you to slow down.
He's trying to steal my supplies.
what do you?
Trying to
What?
fuck me over.
What?
Trying to sabotage me. Gerald, we can't have this. You and your rainbow shark, okay?
You know, Colby, I'm really concerned. I wonder if you're seeing things.
I'm not. I'm playing Sea of Thieves, you fucking weirdos. And then this
Oh,
giant shark is now attacking me.
Pirate Legend, Colby? Is that what you're trying to do?
Always,
You
my
know,
friend.
Pyre Legends, not a bad thing to try to get.
No way. It's like there's a reason why I'm trying to get it, bro.
Look, man. Look, not a lot of people
I'm
play
sorry.
Sea of
Brian,
Thieves just to
you
hit
just the
Pirate Legend.
hostility.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
play Sea of Thieves because it's fun.
Yeah, you see, most people, I mean, most people I know, they like to play games for the fun of it. Myself
That's
included. I like to
me.
play games for the fun of it. Do like being competitive, but it's mainly about like if I actually enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? Because then, if I just don't enjoy the game and I'm just
I just
playing it because
want to
someone's
become.
telling me to play it or anything like that, I don't feel the enjoyment in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just some aspect of the game just kind of comes out from what it truly is. You know, when you're playing when you don't enjoy it. Plus, honestly, I feel like I could be doing anything better with my time, and it just kind of gives me an existential crisis, which are
Dude,
always fun.
I want to drink a Bang Energy right now, but like, cause it tastes good, but at the same time, like that's an energy drink, and that's not gonna. I'm gonna be up for a long ass time.
Energy
Now
drinks
I
aren't
want to
typically the
try a
smartest,
bang.
bud.
I
Hey, what
know.
do you mean? This is
I
like the prime time to start drinking them. Like,
no, not at all, Colby. For fuck's sake.
dude,
I gotta agree with no on this one.
I've had,
Look.
Like,
I've had
Heart attack juice. Heart
plenty.
attack juice does not work for everyone. I hate
yeah,
to say it like that.
Colby. When we played
Well,
Sea of Thieves until 5 o'clock in the morning, and I used an energy drink to keep me awake, I low key felt my heart feel a little bit of
dude,
pain, and I thought I was
I
gonna have a heart attack that night. And then when I woke up the next morning, I had a headache the whole fucking day. Whether it was from
okay.
the screen or the energy drink, I don't know. But like shit went like
This
a little weird for me the next day.
okay. Okay, Proofy. This falls under the line of not being a bitch. Okay.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
All
god.
See,
right,
this
Colby,
is
Colby. That works for the Marines, all right, just not for the life outside.
I had literally like 4 fucking monsters that night, Proofy, and I still passed out cold with no issues.
oh my
Okay.
god. Jeez, dude.
Colby, I'm concerned about your physical health. I think we've all been for a while now, actually, but extra
Oh
concerned.
my dude, are you just swigging those back like it's no one's business?
Yeah, pretty
Dude,
much.
I don't get how people can do Monster in this. I mean, to me, Monster's like real sweet. Like, yeah, it definitely does give you caffeinated because I've drinking it before, but it's like, it just tastes like a spiky sweet to me. You know, it's just like an odd
No,
flavor.
I drink
Dude.
the no sugar ones.
Yeah,
'Cause
because that makes
Mm.
so much of a difference.
it shut the fuck up, bitch.
Well, to be fair, I haven't tried the no sugar one, but I don't really
Dude,
think I
I'm
want
gonna
to.
tell you right now, these Bang Energies, I low key taste a little bit of gasoline in them. I don't know what it is, but I taste a little bit of gasoline.
Yeah, how else do they expect you to get up and going?
Look,
I wasn't,
look,
I was
Noah,
like,
Noah,
well,
Noah. Gasoline is fuel. Bang is fuel. Bang is gasoline. Look, that's
dude,
really all I gotta tell
I
you.
think it says
Yeah,
on
no,
this.
just turn it into diesel fuel. That's all you need. Pretend like you're running on diesel and you'll be good to go.
Like,
You know what I mean, guys?
you know that energy is shit when like all of them say recommended for people 18 plus. That's like I don't know. I don't know how people just swig that shit back like it's a soda.
You know, I actually used to know some of those people. It's real spooky, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're gonna die of a heart attack. You know what? That's what's gonna happen, Colby. You're not gonna get
Dude,
shot in the field. You're gonna
I'm
face
gonna
plant.
die early anyway. I
You're
don't
gonna
care how it is.
you're gonna face plant in the field out of a fucking heart attack because you
I
drank
doubt
too
it's
many
gonna be like that.
monsters.
I
No,
doubt it's gonna be like that, but we can.
that's what they all say. And then little Timmy down the street fucking dies because he
What do you mean,
drank too
little
many Red
Timmy?
Bulls.
Well, Timmy's a dumbass and just doesn't know how to properly utilize energy drinks.
Look, Timmy out here had the very wrong influences to actually just fuck up his
Yeah,
liver for
it
like
was
the next
probably
30 years.
Colby as the influence.
Well, I'm
You know,
not gonna live 30 years, Brian, so it doesn't fucking matter.
you know what, Colby? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you have a 30th birthday? What are you gonna do?
Uh,
Colby, I will
I,
specifically pull
with,
up this podcast on your 30th birthday, cut to this clip, and I will just play it on full blast. I will spend like $100,000 on just getting a stereo set that's just meant for just noise. I'm gonna play it.
that ain't it, Chief.
Colby,
'Cause
what if forget like 30 years old? What if you retire? What if you successfully retire from the Marines?
that's not gonna happen.
Like, what will you do? No, what will you do, Colby? What will you do if you successfully retire from the Marines?
I'm gonna slit someone's wrists,
Oh
mainly
my
my own.
god.
Okay, Colby.
Oh
All right, all right, all right. We're gonna
my
stop there. We're
god.
gonna stop there with that.
Oh my god.
What is that too much? Is that too much?
Well, Colby, a lot of
Colby.
things have been too much, but yeah, look. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it
We
some
can't
forms of
promote
friendly, all
self
right?
harm.
Yeah, good joke.
this,
Good. See,
this
self harm is bad. All right. Look, there's plenty of healthier coping mechanisms, right? You just gotta
Like
use them.
therapy.
Therapy's not a coping
Colby.
mechanism, but it's good.
Peace.
It is good. No, definitely do get therapy if you
No,
need it.
he does
I
therapy
am.
already.
I am getting therapy.
Yeah,
See,
therapy
exactly,
does.
Colby. Exactly. You're doing good. It's a step in the right direction.
The problem is that the therapy doesn't necessarily work on Colby the
Oh,
way it does
they
Davey.
don't know what to do. I'm too complicated of a case.
See, Colby. All right, no.
Colby,
Look.
what if we
Here's the
name a
thing, though.
disorder after you?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right,
The
and
Christian
on a
disorder.
real note, right? This is how therapists work. Therapists, they're not a doctor, right? They don't know how to work with your mind. They're tools,
I'm
right?
well aware.
They're tools, a part of a toolbox, and it's your job as the client, or your job as the person, as the patient, pretty much, to work with that set of toolboxes, that has an instruction manual on it. It's your job to go ahead and work with the therapist, so so that you can actually end up helping yourself. The therapist, yes, they do know what to do generally, but at the end of the day, they're really just a toolbox on how to communicate, how to talk, how to, just kind of everything like that. That's pretty much how therapists are used, and that's the best way I found to use like therapists and therapy. When I was in it, it was not, oh hey, help me fix my problems. It was, hey, like, how can I do this? How can I do that? I was inquiring questions and that stuff on my own to figure out the, you know, the answers to my
Oh,
problems, pretty much. So, yeah, I feel like if you
I
start doing
got
that, you'll start to be
questions.
making some projects, or it's not, you'll
I
be
got
making
questions.
progress.
I know very well how fucked up I am. Um, it's just is what it is at this point.
Exactly,
Like I
Colby.
said,
Colby,
just
you,
don't.
you you know you're past the best. You know what to talk about, and the therapist knows how to talk about a past like that, without triggering any harmful memories and being able to
I've
We
actually
been through
already
the
talk.
past.
we already went through that stage. We're done with that.
Reggie, sometimes
Um,
it helps to revisit.
Yeah, so sometimes it does help
fuck
to
you,
to
Gerald.
to, to revisit.
Hey man,
I don't understand that. How does it help to tell the same story over and over again? Like that just boggles me.
Yeah, what is it? It's not necessarily just telling the same story over again, because then yeah, at that
It's
point that's not really helping much. But it's more
okay.
of talking it through. It's like,
Hearing it out loud. It's kind of like playing a Lego Star Wars a complete saga level in free play and then 100%ing that level.
just about
Yeah.
you can pretty much relive that moment, and
that
then
was
you can
that
actually
was
you
the
can
worst
digest it.
analogy I've ever heard.
It wasn't the best analogy, but
No, it was great.
look, sense can be made
Gerald,
out of it. I mean, look, you basically relive that memory, except you get to see it in hindsight. You get to see everything that kind of went on with it. You're able to interpret it better, and thus passing it through your
Really.
brain, like processing it pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just have like the feelings of trauma and things like that just all pent up inside of you, it's like it's real unhealthy. So it's just nice to like talk, pretty much like release
that's
steam
what
that you have built up.
motivation is. That's what motivation is, Brian. You know.
Motivation helps you get to that point. Motivation helps you like actually start talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, 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 no. You're thinking about it all wrong here.
Am I, Colby? Am I
Okay.
thinking about it all wrong?
Yes, yes, you are.
Oh, well, I'm deeply sorry for explaining it wrong, Colby.
I, it's okay. It's okay. I need these bananas. That's my coping
Obi, did you like my
mechanism.
metaphor though?
No, no one liked your metaphor.
I
Okay,
like
I
Gerald.
I
metaphor,
like
Gerald.
I think a lot of people like my metaphor. They'll get it.
I remember I used to actually play Lego the Complete Saga. I think if it's the one that I'm thinking of right, it was the one I had a copy of it for the Wii.
Yeah, so did
Oh,
I.
Let me
It
tell
was
you,
the best.
yeah, let me tell you, that game was fun. I remember playing that for like just straight on hours,
Dude,
just
you
not
know
even
what
taking
I
a
do?
break for
I
anything.
literally would wake up at 6:30 in the morning just to play games on my Wii.
ooh, that sounds like the dream, the American dream.
Dude, playing
Like,
games in the
Yeah, that's
morning, like before
retarded.
you have school or before you have work, dude, it just hits different. Like, it,
I,
there's just like
it
that
just it
sense
just
of
makes me
just like,
disappointed when I have to get off. It just makes me more and more
Not,
disappointed.
you see what I found more enjoyable because what was it? I couldn't necessarily go play games because that was in like a centralized family location that I get beamed for going that early, or what is it? I can't have a console in my room either. What I
yeah, no,
do,
dude, I
I
literally
wake
woke.
up
Actually,
I wake up a couple hours before school starts on accident. It's like 6:30, 5:30, whatever the fuck. I'm sitting there and I'm like, let's throw on some fucking Disney Junior, some Nick Junior, and that's what made me feel good and fulfilled before going to school. I had different days those days. That was good shit.
that really does sound good, not gonna lie.
it do.
I remember, what is
That
it?
sounds like dog
Back
shit.
at elementary school, I was probably like, I'd want to say either third or second grade, maybe. I remember I would always wake up early with my sister, who was also in elementary school at the time, and we would watch. I think it was like Special Agent Oso or something like that.
Oh, that was
Dude, that,
Oh,
let me tell you, watching that just early in the morning with my sister, after having everything prepped and prepared, just waiting, it was And yeah, I walked to elementary school too. Like I didn't have to catch a bus or anything like that. I pretty much just, as long as I wasn't late, I would just have to go there. So just watching Special Agent Oso just in the morning. I remember those are just nice childhood memories of mine.
Dude, I had this Scooby Doo game, right? And
Mhm.
I remember always waking up because I used to be like a fat morning. Like I would wake up at 7:30 in the morning
Okay.
just to like play, just do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I had this Scooby Doo game, right? And it was so fun. And I figured out how to change characters. That just boosted and lowered my sleep schedule. So I was up at
Because you
7:30 in
can
the
try to
morning for
change
like,
characters.
hey man, it was a very poorly controlled game because it was made for the Wii.
So you got really hyped because you know. Okay,
Yeah,
Gerald,
because I
you're a
could
very
play.
simple man.
Yeah, I am, Colby. Simple things impress me. Sue me.
You know, it's
Nah,
it's honestly not
that's
the worst thing in the world. Simple things. I mean, it's the little things in life too that matters. It's the simple things that just like bring you joy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
nah.
you don't have to have complex hobbies, or you don't have to like be philosophical. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find something that you enjoy. That you as a human being just feel happy to like do. You know?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a
Why is that funny, Colby?
that's a solid joke right there. That's a joke and a half.
Well,
Happiness.
look. I
Who
can't
needs
speak.
that?
Look, I don't speak for
Who
all
needs
people when I
that?
speak this. All right.
Fuck, my ass hurts.
You should get your ass checked out then.
Unless
No,
it
I
hurts
just
because
did,
it's been checked out.
and it hurts. No, it's fuck off.
Fuck off.
We all know that that's impossible.
True. I mean, I'm sure Marines has given you a lot of training to be strong in that stuff to hold your ground against everyone else. Then again,
On
though, a
top
lot
of
of the
that, a lot of people
what's up?
are just retarded too. They're just retarded as well, so
No. Sure,
it's
everyone
okay.
just has just some form of stupidity in them. Yeah, it honestly makes them. I mean, look at us. We're all like borderline, just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like just wacko in our own way.
You know who isn't
Uh,
borderline stupid? Brady isn't borderline stupid. He's already past the line.
he's mm,
He's just built different.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the other thing too. Some people are just straight up built different. You know what I'm saying?
Their
yeah.
chromosomes just don't match.
Okay. I don't know too much about that, but we'll roll with it.
Maybe
We'll roll with
Gerald,
it.
maybe Gerald, your doctor said your chromosomes don't match because I don't think that's a that's a no. That's not normal for everybody else. Okay, buddy.
Okay,
Bah, bah,
Colby.
bah, 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 bah.
What?
Don't worry about it.
All right, that's okay. I just heard random noises.
Yeah, I'm just mimicking Colby, you know.
As you do. I mean, I see you typically do tend to do that a lot, though. Just mimic
I
Colby.
do, I do. It's fun. You should get into it.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
don't get into it.
look. We heard Colby once. I don't need to be hearing him again. Well, or hearing what he said repeated again.
Well, because half of it is just stupid shit.
To be honest, half
Just,
of it is, but you know.
half of it's stupid, a quarter of it is just gibberish and inaudible, and then a quarter of it is genuine information.
Look, it's what makes Colby Colby, right?
I just realized Brady's in the audience.
Yeah, he kind of is in the audience.
Hi,
Which,
Brady.
hey, speaking of the audience, any random person happens to stumble upon this, we got a Discord. It's gonna be in the link of the video. Should I totally join you? You can listen on us live. I'll make an announcement of when our videos come out. If you live here in the States, it's probably
Yeah.
gonna be real early in the morning or late at night, however you look at it.
It's probably really late at night.
Most likely is very late at night. You know what? But hey, you get to see it live for free. All right? You don't gotta pay like no OnlyFans subscription or anything like that. You don't have to. You don't.
Only
Yeah.
subscription.
Look. You don't have to drop
Oh,
$1,000. Or you don't have to have clout. You don't gotta be like dream level popularity. All right. Look, you just gotta
I
be
think
there. Right?
I
You
think
just
they
gotta be
do.
you, and you can join. So.
I think they do, Brian. We need to start making some money off of this. I'm not getting paid enough.
All right, Colby. Just because you're getting paid below minimum wage doesn't mean that you're broke.
Below minimum wage. I love how true that
Look.
is.
All right, listen. Look, you're living on base right now. You got all your expenses covered for. In fact, the money that you're getting, depending on what other bills or what other necessary expenses you need to spend it on, it's literally just money to keep. You know what I'm saying?
He's saving up for a console, you see, that's the long run. And
No,
then
I'm not. I'm
uh,
not saving
you
for a console.
you should. It gives you something to come
Why?
back to. It gives you something to come back to since you don't do women.
Yeah,
Or Colby, you could invest in a rug, like I keep saying.
the concrete is fine.
Oh, you know what you could do?
For a little context, Colby's obviously Marine, as y'all might have suspected. He's living up on base right now in his room. It's just concrete floor.
It's
And we
just a
keep we
concrete box
we
with
keep
some
suggesting
beds.
for him to buy a carpet for his room, and well, it just has yet to happen. So
Yeah, he's too stubborn to listen to what any of us say for some reason.
It's not like y'all are gonna be visiting anytime soon.
who knows?
Colby,
Who
I don't
knows?
give a
Look,
fuck.
Colby, it's only 90 minutes away. Right? We can make a surprise visit.
No,
I'll
no,
tell
for
you.
me it's
I'll
90 minutes away. For y'all, it's like, oh wow.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
know how I
confidently
feel.
right now. I will not be visiting Colby. They're not going to let me.
Colby,
Yeah, no one will.
I'll be there in 20 minutes.
They won't let you on base, dude.
Not if I'm a colonel.
Look, Colby, you're
Bitch,
just gonna hear the
you're
sirens. All right, you're gonna have to be running around base trying to find the random intruder, and I'm just gonna come up right behind you and be like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
I'll just
What's up,
casually be
pal?
vibing with you, until whatever officers are assigned just to find me, find me and kick me out. You know what I'm saying?
Kick you out. I think they'll do more than just kick you out, Brian.
Yeah, they probably will, but look, I'm just there to see Colby and leave, right? I'm no spy, not trying to steal no government secrets. All right, I just want to see
I'm
my
trying to
boy.
bring down the Confederacy.
Alrighty. Maybe they have reason to
and
do
there's
or to do more than just let you go.
Oh,
Yeah, jeez.
oh, jeez.
Jeez. Jeez. You ever remember going to Golden Corral as a kid?
dude, Golden Corral was good as a kid, and then the more I watched food channels, I was like, Golden Corral is okay.
You see,
My
it
family
wasn't
took me
that.
to Golden Corral once, and they learned their mistake.
What happened?
Dude,
Well,
You
I'm a
were
very
bored.
bottomless void, so they're just kind of there for a good while. I ended up actually first time I went to Golden Corral, it was like not in middle school. It was like I think I was like entering middle school. Like not height of my appetite, but like it was getting there. And we genuinely
Yeah.
spent about like 2 hours there. And I made myself
oh,
sick for like the next day just off of food.
well,
I also think I got
ooh.
food poison, so it wasn't 100% overeating, but well, let me just say I definitely did not eat normal sized portions.
Yeah, after today, I think I realize your portion sizing, Brian.
Look, man,
You,
I can pack on sushi like there's no tomorrow. All right, listen.
you packed on like 30 sushis.
Look, all right, $16 for an all you can eat. All right, I'm definitely gonna get my money's worth and more.
I'm
And
definitely getting this
to be
witness.
fair, I didn't have breakfast this morning, so
Yeah, you didn't have
I had a
breakfast.
reason to be hungry. All right.
You didn't have breakfast to prepare for lunch. That's exactly what you said.
No, that was what Sebastian did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Sebastian, mysterious figures know with us. He was the one who skipped breakfast to prepare for that all you can eat. Look, I just didn't happen to get the chance to eat breakfast this morning.
I just went regular. I got my $16 worth, but I didn't. I didn't get like $60 worth like you did.
I
Like
just, I just didn't decide to eat.
Colby, you probably just eat Quest bars like freaking
No,
CJ
that's
does.
oh yeah. I was about to say that's only a CJ thing.
Nah,
We got a lot of interesting
every,
characters here.
every now and then I eat
Colby, why
something.
do you sound so sad right now?
Nothing.
It's because he didn't have his preparatory shots.
I want to hear Colby when he's on Bang Energy. I feel like
No,
it'd be a
no,
different
no,
Colby.
no. Actually, no,
I
no. He's
think
pretty the same. He's
nothing
pretty
will
same.
change.
Yeah, he's pretty
Nothing
same.
will change.
He's just
It
awake.
not even that. I wouldn't even like yo bang is not that big a deal. Like y'all say y'all get cracked out off it. I'm like,
Well, Colby, considering that night that I did drink a bang to stay up with you, that was the first time I ever drank like an energy drink in its entirety. Other than that, I had like 2 sips of an energy drink in my entire life.
That was
like I
honestly the
said
same
that
for me.
one
Honestly,
night.
the first time I ever had a Monster actually was the time, last year, junior year, is when I went to a Dunkin' Donuts with a couple people, and I didn't want anything coffee wise or like a donut or anything, so I saw the Monster there, and I was like, I'm gonna try a Monster. I've never tried it before. I'm just gonna buy one and try it. Worst mistake of my
Yikes!
life. I ended up drinking the entire can, so I didn't waste my money. But boy, let me tell you, I'm never
Yikes!
gonna drink one again.
Yikes! I
Like,
mean, I'll drink a bang again, but I really gotta time it for when I actually need it. I don't want to just drink that shit willy nilly because I'm not sure whether my fucking cardio system can fucking take that shit.
honestly,
It's
understandable. Yeah.
it's gonna be like the Turbo movie with the snail instead of me like going really fast, I'm just gonna fucking flatline.
I think
I'm
that's the
not
opposite
even.
of the Turbo movie then. I think that's just you straight up dying off of Bang Energy.
I just get to fucking die in a chair because of Bang Energy. Oh dear lord. Oh god, dude. I feel like Rhode Island's gonna suck in a little bit because that's a big seafood place, and being a person that doesn't eat seafood, I feel like it's a bit of a challenge. Like just eating the sushi alone today was a bit of a challenge. Like holy crap, it was something else. I don't know how I did it, but I did.
Look, you just gotta be able to pack away food, alright? It's all in the genetics and metabolism.
I don't. Okay, wait. Since when was packing away food part of genetics? One
High
and
metabolism.
Brian, you must have one hell of a high metabolism because, like, with the way you eat, you should look like Brady at his worst.
Oh boy. Well, you see,
Wait,
that's if my metabolism wasn't as fast as it was. Because it's as fast as it is, it's really not that bad. In fact, I'm pretty sure you guys met my dad. My dad's 6'4", and I'm actually probably gonna beat his height. Mind you, I'm the youngest of 4 siblings.
Yeah,
The
but
youngest of
like,
4, but tallest of 4.
yeah, but like two of those siblings are also women, so I mean, that already helps you.
That does mess with the genetic. I mean, definitely mom's side of the family, they are a little on the short side as well, so that is understandable. But
you got screwed over then.
yeah, pretty much. I actually get screwed over by I have a very very short torso, but extremely long legs. Like my body in that sense is
Oh,
just extremely disproportionate.
I was gonna say long something else.
No,
Long
no.
toes.
Yeah, long. Dude,
Yeah.
Long
I do have
toes.
long toes as well. That's actually pretty funny. Like
Oh dear God.
they're literally like they're about half the length of my fingers, pretty much. It's weird. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, Brian. Something tells me that that's not true.
Look, I didn't look. I had that thought one day, and then I was like, nah, I can't be. And then I sat there for a second, and then I took off my socks and I tested it, dude. I'm telling you, half the length of my fingers.
Fine. Wow. Yeah. Let's look. Oh, wow. One of my toes is half the length of my fingers too. I think that's kind of just normal, Brian.
Well, at first you said it wasn't, so Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas, my ass. Fucking. You know what, kids? Santa's not real. I'm gonna do that to you now. Santa's not real.
Jesus Christ.
It's the Easter Bunny all along. He takes care of it all.
Yes, the Easter Bunny's the mastermind behind the plans.
Exactly. And then the Tooth Fairy is just his secretary that he makes.
You guys ever seen that movie, like that Nickelodeon, like back? It was like called Rise of the Guardians.
I have that DVD.
I think it was a pretty underrated movie.
That wasn't under. That was a good movie.
It really was.
It was awesome.
Not
The
gonna lie, I
story.
really don't remember that movie.
I love how like after that, like everyone probably spiked in knowledge of Jack Frost, and then just
No, they were the first stands ever. You had them Jack Frost stands.
I mean, dude, just like I even forgot about Jack Frost shortly after that. I mean, he's such a really is such an irrelevant character.
Dude, he had like he had such a cool power set.
Yeah, but people forgot about him, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot which movie it was. I don't know if it was part of the Guardians movie, because like I said, I am not familiar with it. But I remember the movie, like, it showed one of the characters as, you know, like the Sandman, you know, man brings dreams.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it when I first saw that. I was like, oh, you know, like, look, Sandman, you know, because obviously younger, probably middle school age. And I was like, look at that, you know, it's a Sandman, right? That's what he looks like. And then I remember just seeing YouTube videos and just going down a rabbit hole about the Sandman, and it was creepy and horrifying. Like, I don't know if it was just like some certain culture that I found that depicted the Sandman, but it was like
Probably.
apparently he was supposed to be some sort of nightmarish figure that like fed off of your dreams, or basically fed off of you in your sleep,
That's the
and like gave you
boogeyman.
pleasant dreams to keep you asleep.
That's the
Oh, oh,
boogeyman.
No.
that's
See. The story of the boogeyman is what my grandma told me. Boogeyman just comes for you straight up, right? Boogeyman's just gonna take you out the window, and he's just gotta take you away to like. Look, Boogeyman's just gonna take you, alright? Sandman's gonna feed off your life force, right? Boogeyman, boom, you're gone. Like Boogie Woogie, you're at the house.
boogie woogie.
Like, that's why
That's
I was
why you gotta
terrified of the
hide your
Boogeyman, alright? I
toes.
wasn't terrified of the Boogeyman because, oh no, it's some, like, ghost. No, I was terrified, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get kidnapped. But I don't, like, say my prayers and be like,
Why
oh,
you gotta
you know,
hide your toes.
yeah, I gotta have my toes.
Oh my gosh.
Boogeyman's gonna drag me out by him. No,
By them toes.
that's my experience with the Boogeyman.
Let's see.
You see, my
My
experience with the boogeyman is not existent because I was too smart, and I realized very early on that
okay, you know
monsters
Yeah,
what?
under
that's
I
right.
get
that
it. Your
and
brain.
That's
monsters in your
right.
closet
That's
aren't
You had
right.
a
real.
bigger fear that was cancer. Okay, we get it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
That's
would just,
right.
I grew some balls and I realized if some bitch ass ghost wants to fight me, come at me because you can't do nothing but wave your hand through my body. The boogeyman was such a horrible myth for me. That was some
Alright, look,
BS.
when you think of it logically, alright, everything's just a horrible myth.
What you know what hit me harder than that puny freaking boogeyman?
You know
The
what?
tale.
How babies are made. That's what hit me the
Okay,
hardest.
no, okay, you're weird. But what hit me hardest was the tale of La Llorona. That's shit.
You know, I never personally actually heard the tale when I was young, but I remember seeing a movie about it, and
Yeah,
boy,
they
let me
did
tell you,
make a
that thing is
movie.
terrifying.
Yeah, no, my mom used to threaten me with that shit when I was. It was the worst. That sucked so much.
Dude, your
Let's
mom
see.
really
Did
had
you
you
guys
no
ever
chill, huh?
watch R.L. Stein The
No,
Haunting Hour?
Arlstein the what?
The Haunting Hour.
Sounds familiar, but I really haven't seen a lot of R.L. Stein
Okay,
movies or
so
read
it
the
was like the
books.
sequel to like the Goosebumps from the 90s, right?
Oh boy.
And I remember watching it like towards like the end of my like actually interested in somewhat horror phase, right? And there was one episode that actually like scarred me, and I don't think I could ever go back and watch it. It was actually a really creepy show. But there was one episode, and it was like this family like just moved into like this new farm, right?
Yeah.
And the pumpkins, right? They have like people's faces on them who've gone missing around, right? And so towards the end of the episode, the mom and dad, they figure out like, they're like, oh shoot, it's people, right? You know,
Mhm.
the pumpkins are actual people and they're alive and they're trying to take the people. And so be aware, I'm like 10 years old at the time, right? Still, and this, I think this is what fully desensitized me. So towards the end, the parents get infected, right? They become pumpkins, and the two kids are pleading with their mom and dad. They're like, "Oh no, no, come on, just stay normal for a few more minutes," But then they're about to like get ready to drive, and then the mom and dad like reach out and grab their kids to like infect them.
Oh God.
That's lovely, Gerald.
That was
Eh,
Jesus. I'm kind
That
of
Yeah.
surprised
sounds.
your parents just showed you that when it was 10. I mean, like,
No,
I
no, no. I found it. No.
oh
Oh,
oh
oh, good.
boy.
You know what I
It
found
it
when I
it
was 10?
popped.
I
It
found
popped.
Coraline.
It was on.
That
You guys
was
remember
Hold
that
on.
old channel,
that
The
was
Hub?
weird enough.
Dude,
Wait a
don't
minute.
even
What?
get me started on Coraline, dude. Let me tell you, that thing that used to be my nightmares for
Yeah, yeah,
like a
that's the
month.
only reason I've watched it once ever because that's so unpleasant to
Dude,
me.
even when I watch it to this day, I still just get unsettled by it.
I
I can't see it. I just can't see it normally. Like I can still
I've re-
watch it, but just
yeah, I've recently grown a want to watch it a second time just to see if I remember it as creepy as it really was.
oh
But
no,
I
dude,
mean,
it still is.
just
Let me tell you, it just hits different, but it still is.
like it's so weird. It's so weird. That's like crap for emo kids.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. No. So like this channel, right? It was called like the Hub.
Oh boy,
I don't know if you
Oh
guys remember that
gosh,
channel.
gosh,
We don't remember
Gerald,
that show.
Gerald, do
Colby,
I gotta stop you right
Colby.
there?
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I swear, it was actually called the Hub. Shit you not.
Okay, all right. Just continue.
Oh God.
And it had like a bunch of random shows from like whatever, right? It was like one of those like new channels at the time, like when
Oh,
like
you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch, Gerald. Shut up. Shut up.
Gerald, look.
it's I swear
We're trying to keep things kid
it's
friendly.
not the porn
All right,
one.
then okay.
Gerald, this goes on YouTube, you little asswipe.
No,
You got you gotta focus on what you're saying here. You can't just do that, Gerald.
it was literally called the Hub. I will send Brian an image of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Brian will be the judge of this. He'll be the judge of whether you're a sneaky little bastard or whether you're actually telling the truth.
Look, in this instance, I'm starting to believe Gerald is telling the truth because I somewhat remember a channel like that, just hosting random TV shows. I like remember literally just scrolling past it.
You
Look,
know, it kind of sounded like Brian messed up his speech there and said "simp" for half a second,
and said what?
and it sounded like he said "simp" for half a second, and
Sif?
simping,
Oh, simp.
simp, yeah, simp. But simping reminded me of a lovely young lass named Landon, and boy, oh boy, did that poor kid dig himself into a deep rabbit hole.
Look, when you become a simp, alright, and your friend group learns about it, you've just dug. When you even think about becoming a simp in general,
Brian, I
look, you're
sent you
digging
the
your own
image of
grave, but just between your social group. I mean, it's sad. It's sad to see the decline of
Brian, I
like.
sent you the image of the
Alright.
Hub being a real channel.
Oh, look, I'm checking it out. I'm checking it out. Alright.
Telling you, that's what it was called.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
think you're
all
just
right. I
retarded,
mean,
Gerald.
yeah. Here, let me read it. All right, the Hub Network. The Hub Network was an American digital cable satellite television channel that launched on Sunday, October 10th, 2010, until its closure on October 13th, 2014. The channel, which replaced Discovery Kids, is a joint venture of Discovery Communications Inc. and Hasbro. I could see how that's just completely random stuff now.
Yeah, yeah. So they had R.L. Stein the Haunting Hour on there, and my parents let me watch that in like Goosebumps, right? Because I was reading Goosebumps, and
Hmm.
so that episode just came on, and I was like, "This is actually terrifying." and I could never watch that episode. I watched it with my grandpa like a week before he passed. It was still terrifying.
I liked watching 1,001 Ways to Die.
I remember when that show was still on live or just television. I remember I used to watch that. It was like one of those
That
My
was,
Strange Addiction things, you know. It's just
oh my
it was
god, I
something. There was
loved
just
it.
something very morbid, but just interesting about it. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's like
loved it so much. I loved it. They're like, these two rednecks tried to shoot cigarettes into each other's mouths.
exactly.
This is why it went wrong.
You know, all right. So one of the ones that I remember seeing on Thousand Ways to Die was this. It was this like busy office worker, right? And he was just real stressed out, and he had this magnetic stress toy and a smoothie, right? So
Oh,
he was messing around with the magnetic stress toy, and apparently one of his one of his secretaries or something like that came into his office and like told him some news, and he just got so angry that he smashed his magnetic fidget toy like stress thing on his desk. You know, it's a bunch of tiny little balls, and it just spread like all over the place. And you know, a few of them landed inside a smoothie. You know, and then of course he was furiously drinking a smoothie, and then eventually the magnets ended up closing up inside of him, and well, to spare details, he died. And yeah, I just remember that one just sticking with me. It's the weirdest thing ever, and it's just like I don't know, I don't know.
you know
I
what
It's
that
know
just
actually
weird.
reminds me. There was this show called Monster Inside Me on Animal Planet. This made me like a germaphobe for like 3 years.
I
And
think I
so
watched a couple of those episodes. That was weird. And
I
they're
watched the entire series.
oh god.
I was a
Oh,
germaphobe.
oh my god.
I there was like 2 episodes about this parasite called the brain-eating amoeba, right? And it
No.
was about this like 8-year-old boy, right? The kid went kaput. He went out of this world, literally gone, done, right? And then the second one was about like the 16-year-old, right? Got her driver's license, you know, living life. Boom, done. Turns out you get it from like getting water in like your nose, right? And like in like closed off bodies of water. And so we went to Disneyland after watching the one about the little kid, and that one really stuck with me because it was like an 8-year-old kid, right? And so we went into a pool, and I started getting a headache. I was like, "Mom, I think I'm gonna die."
I think I'm
Just
gonna
skips
die.
all the steps. You're not even mentioning pain. Just look. I think I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna
I
get to
think
the point. Look, I don't want to bear the news either, but I think I'm gonna die.
I was
I
like, "I
think
know."
I believe I remember a Monster Inside Me episode where this woman, her like the bacteria on her eyes went AWOL, and instead of eating like unhelpful shit on your eyes, it started eating out her freaking eye, and then
Ugh.
she went like her eye started hurting, and she was starting to go blind, and like it was all weird. It just shit hit the fan, but luckily she got medical attention and didn't die. But it still scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, I mean I can imagine.
Yeah, no. And then there was this other one of where like this like guy, right? His dad was like cooking a barbecue thing, and he was cleaning off the barbecue right beforehand with a wire brush, and the wire bristle got stuck onto like the steak. And so the guy ate the steak unknowingly eating the bristle and it, like
Mm,
pierced his intestines.
dude,
And so
those
for
cleaners are
like
dangerous things.
yeah, no, and I told my dad, I was like, "Hey dad, you should like get a like salt one, like a rock one without the wires on it because of this exact reason." He was like, "No, son, that won't ever happen." Like, well, it happened to him. It could have.
It happened to
Look,
him.
this guy
It
thought it
could
never
have.
happened too, and here we are. Yeah.
So
You know, that's honestly why I always clean my grill. Like, yeah, you know, I do give it like a once over with a wire brush, but I don't like ever in depth scrub it unless you know it's like genuinely nasty. But I always like it was a good tip that actually my stepdad taught me. It was cleaning your grill with an onion before using it. You know, like just
Yes,
like
I've seen that.
yep,
I
like
saw that on Life Hacks
yeah,
actually.
like you just take a whole onion, cut it in half, put like a little like spike through it pretty much, and then just place it on the grill and just start going. I mean, dude, it literally not only adds flavor to what you're cooking, you know, if like you genuinely enjoy onion, but boom, that's grilled onion right there if you're making steak. And let me tell you, it was the best piece of advice. I still follow it to this day. Like best thing I ever learned
yeah,
about grilling.
Huh.
Yeah, no, and there was that one, and I think some kid. The other one that stuck with me was like rabies. Like there was this episode where like this, I think it was like a 15-year-old girl got rabies, right?
Oh god.
And so, right, so essentially, they thought she was cured, right? Until I think they were at like a restaurant I think it was a restaurant or an art store, but she just collapsed, right?
Ooh.
And like went into a coma, and then died like 3 days later, I think, from rabies, and that terrified me. I was like, I don't want to deal with rabies.
Dude, rabies is
Nah.
serious business. Like, it's real common, but it's like,
No,
it's
it's not even
serious if
that
you don't
common
give it.
in human, but it's like if you don't get it looked at right away, you're done. You're just
Oh, yeah,
done.
well, no, I mean, like, common as in, like, literally, like, one out of every, like, two wild animals pretty much you find will just is bound to have rabies, even household pets, can get rabies and or can at least transmit rabies, and it's like, I remember being afraid of my chihuahua for, like, a solid 10 days after learning that fact, that, like, because I remember one day, he bit me and, like, broke some skin, I was like, "Oh, you gotta get you checked out, could have rabies," and I was like, My dog has rabies?" I was like, "What?" Yeah, I was just like, "Huh?" And, yeah, I was scared of my dog for about 10 days.
And let's see. There's that one.
Realized he didn't have rabies and just went back to loving up my dogs.
Oh no, I remember now. The first one that ever actually freaked me out was about this like 6-year-old kid, right? He was like a hockey player or something. I
Hmm.
can't remember exactly. But essentially, it's like one day he had like knee pain, right? Like really, really bad knee pain. And then he like couldn't get up, but he was like vomiting every like 5 minutes. And I was like, no, no.
That does not sound too fun.
Yeah, I know. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Anyway,
I never want to get sick.
well, getting sick is not fun, But to steer back from this weirdly morbid conversations, that's all the time we got for this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Hope to see y'all here for the next episode. Maybe some more of y'all. This will be uploaded on YouTube. Look in the description. You'll find a link to the Discord. Everything else you'll need. And you know what, y'all boys, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see y'all next time.